Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and today we are going to talk about facial bones. So let's start our topic with introduction. Human skull is divided into two main parts, the cranial bones and the facial bones. While the cranial bones protect the brain, facial bones form the framework of the face. These bones give shape to the face, protect sensory organs and provide attachment for facial muscles that are essential for expression, chewing and speech. There are 14 facial bones in total, most of which exist in pair except for the mandible and vomer. List of facial bones. They include 14 facial bones that include 12 paired bones and 2 unpaired bones. 12 paired bones include 2 maxillary bones, 2 zygomatic bones, 2 nasal bones, 2 lacrimal bones, 2 palatine bones, and 2 inferior nasal conchae, while 2 unpaired bones include 1 vomer and 1 mandible. Now let's talk about these bones in a bit detail. So first facial bone we have is maxilla. As you can see in the diagram, the blue color bone holding up the upper teeth is the maxilla. So it is paired bone, that means there are two maxilla in every skull. They form the upper jaw and central part of the face. They hold the upper teeth and form part of the orbits, nasal cavity and hard palate. They contain the maxillary sinuses that are the largest paranasal sinuses which help in lighting the skull and resonating the voice. Next facial bone we have is zygomatic bone. As you can see in diagram, the purple color bone just beside the maxillary bone is the zygomatic bone. It is also pair bone, that means there are two zygomatic bones in every skull. They are commonly known as cheek bones. As you can see their location, they form the prominence of cheek and part of orbit. They articulate with the temporal bone to form the zygomatic arch, that is an important landmark of the face. Next facial bone we have is nasal bone. As you can see in diagram, the green color bone in front of the maxilla is the nasal bone. They are also pair bone, that means there are two nasal bones in every skull. They are small rectangular bones that form the bridge of the nose. They provide attachment for cartilage of nose, thus giving shape and spores to its upper part. Next special bone we have is lacrimal bone. It is also pair bone, that means there are two lacrimal bones in every skull. They are smallest bone of the face that are located in the inner corners of the orbits. They contain the lacrimal fossa which houses the lacrimal sac, that is a part of tear drainage system. It is essential for passage of tears from the eyes into the nasal cavity. Next facial bone we have is palatine bone, that is also paired bone, that means there are two palatine bones in every skull. They are located at the back of nasal cavity. They form the posterior part of hard palate, part of nasal cavity and small portion of the orbits. They contribute to separating the oral and nasal cavity, which is important for swallowing and speaking. Next facial bone we have is inferior nasal conchae, that is also paired bone, that means there are two inferior nasal conchae in every skull. They are curved scroll-like bones that project into the nasal cavity, so they are not visible from the side view but they are visible from the front view. Their function is to filter, humidify the air during breathing by increasing the surface area inside the nasal passage. Next facial bone we have is vomer, that is unpaired bone, that means there is one vomer in every skull. It is a thin, flat, single bone that forms the lower part of nasal septum which separates the two nostrils. It contributes to proper airflow through the nasal cavity. Next facial bone we have is mandible, that is unpaired bone, that means there is one mandible in every skull. It is lower jaw bone, that is largest and strongest facial bone. It is only movable bone of the skull that is connected to temporal bone by temporomandibular joint. They house the lower teeth and form the chin. They play a vital role in chewing, speaking, and facial expression. Functions of facial bones include: first is protection, as they safeguard sensory organs like eyes, nose, and tongue. Second function is support, as these bones provide the framework for the face, thus holding the teeth and forming cavities for respiration and digestion. Third function is spatial expression, as these bones serve as attachment point for muscles that control expression. Fourth function is speech and chewing, as these bones assist in mastication and articulation of sounds. Fifth function is airway regulation, as nasal bones and conchae help in respiration by filtering and humidifying the inhaled air. Conclusion of this lecture video. There are 14 facial bones together that form the unique structure of a human face. Each bone has a specific function from shaping face feature to supporting vital processes like chewing, breathing, and communication. Mandible and vomer are unpaired bone, while the remaining 12 bones are paired bone, collectively ensuring that the face is both strong and functional. And this was all about facial bones. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.